Hello friends. What happens when a Gemini man, charming, witty, and endlessly curious, meets an Aquarius woman, intelligent, independent, and unconventional? Sparks fly, conversations never end, and life becomes an adventure. But is this a match made in astrological heaven, or are there challenges they need to overcome? Let's take a deep dive into their compatibility, exploring love, passion, marriage, friendship, and even business partnerships. Love compatibility, an intellectual and emotional roller coaster. A Gemini man and an Aquarius woman share one fundamental thing, an insatiable hunger for intellectual stimulation. Their conversations can last for hours, seamlessly shifting from deep philosophical debates to spontaneous discussions about the latest scientific discoveries, global events, or even the most absurd conspiracy theories. They are both naturally curious, always seeking knowledge, and their mutual love for learning creates an electrifying mental connection that few other zodiac pairs can match. When these two come together, their relationship feels like an endless journey of discovery, one filled with excitement, unpredictability, and endless laughter. The Gemini man, ruled by Mercury, is the ultimate communicator. He thrives on conversation, constantly shifting from one topic to another with the ease of a seasoned storyteller. His mind is fast, his wit is sharp, and his ability to adapt makes him one of the most engaging partners in the zodiac. The Aquarius woman, on the other hand, is a visionary. Governed by Uranus, the planet of revolution and innovation, she sees the world differently. She is an independent thinker, always questioning societal norms and looking toward the future. While others may struggle to keep up with her unconventional ideas, the Gemini man embraces them with enthusiasm, matching her intellectual energy with his own. Together, they create a relationship that thrives on creativity, wit, and mutual respect for each other's unique way of seeing the world. But what makes their love truly special? Unlike many other zodiac couples, they don't feel the need to control or possess one another. Instead of suffocating their partner with expectations or emotional demands, they encourage each other to remain true to themselves. They understand the importance of individuality, and rather than fearing personal space, they see it as an essential ingredient for a strong and lasting connection. The Aquarius woman, in particular, values her independence deeply, and the Gemini man, who himself enjoys freedom, has no problem giving her the space she needs. This level of trust and understanding creates a bond that is free from the usual insecurities that plague other relationships. However, as much as they connect on an intellectual level, there is one area where they might struggle: emotional depth. Both Gemini and Aquarius tend to be more logical than emotional, preferring to analyze situations rather than fully experience their feelings. The Gemini man often treats emotions as puzzles to be solved, rather than something to be felt deeply, while the Aquarius woman sometimes views emotions as unnecessary distractions from her bigger goals. This can make it difficult for them to express vulnerability, which is crucial for deepening their connection. If they want their love to go beyond just intellectual compatibility, they must learn to open up emotionally. They need to create moments of true intimacy, not just through words, but through shared emotional experiences that bring them closer on a soul level. One of the most fascinating aspects of their love is how effortlessly they challenge and inspire one another. The Gemini man's ever-changing thoughts and ideas keep the Aquarius woman intrigued, while her unique perspective on life encourages him to think in ways he never has before. Their relationship is a constant exchange of ideas, a never-ending conversation where both partners feel intellectually stimulated and emotionally free. This type of connection is rare and valuable, making their bond feel more like a true partnership of the mind and spirit rather than just a typical romance. But while their dynamic is undeniably exciting, their relationship is not without its potential pitfalls. Because they both love spontaneity and change, they may struggle with commitment in the traditional sense. Neither of them is naturally drawn to routine, and both can become restless if they feel trapped in a stagnant situation. The Gemini man, in particular, can sometimes lose interest quickly, always chasing the next exciting idea or experience. The Aquarius woman, while loyal in her own way, may also struggle with emotional consistency, as she is driven more by her ideals than by personal attachment. If they want their relationship to stand the test of time, they need to establish some level of stability, something that may not come naturally to either of them. The good news is that when they truly love each other, their connection is almost impossible to break. Unlike more emotionally intense zodiac pairings, their love is not built on drama or turmoil, it is built on a deep understanding of one another's essence. They don't need constant reassurances of love because they simply know they are right for each other. Their bond is based on friendship, respect, and a shared excitement for life's endless possibilities. For this relationship to reach its full potential, both partners must be willing to step outside their comfort zones. The Gemini man needs to slow down at times, allowing himself to be more emotionally present rather than constantly jumping from one thought to another. The Aquarius woman, in turn, needs to embrace moments of emotional connection, even if they feel unfamiliar or uncomfortable. By doing so, they can create a relationship that is not only intellectually stimulating but also deeply fulfilling on an emotional level. At its best, a love between a Gemini man and an Aquarius woman feels like an exhilarating adventure, one where both partners are free to be themselves, explore the world together, and challenge each other in ways that inspire growth. Their love is unconventional, exciting, and full of possibilities. But for it to last, they must ensure that their emotional connection is just as strong as their intellectual one. If they can achieve this balance, their love will not only survive, it will thrive, becoming a rare and beautiful bond that stands the test of time. Sexual compatibility, a playground of curiosity and exploration. When it comes to intimacy, the relationship between a Gemini man and an Aquarius woman is anything but predictable. Their passion is not centered around deep emotional connection in the traditional sense, instead, it thrives on excitement, variety, and intellectual stimulation. They see sex as an extension of their playful personalities, a space where curiosity meets creativity. For them, the bedroom is not just a place for physical pleasure, it is a playground where they can explore new sensations, challenge conventional norms, and keep their dynamic fresh and exhilarating. Neither of them is interested in routine or predictable intimacy. They are both mentally driven individuals who find repetitive patterns dull, so they naturally seek ways to keep their encounters spontaneous and thrilling. One night might be filled with intense passion, while the next could be more playful and humorous. Their adaptability allows them to adjust to each other's moods, making their sex life feel ever-evolving rather than stagnant. The idea of the same old routine is foreign to them, and they will actively work to keep things exciting. The Gemini man approaches intimacy with a light-hearted and curious mindset. He views sex as a form of playful interaction, a game where he can experiment and discover new ways to pleasure his partner. His natural wit and charm translate into a flirtatious and teasing approach, keeping the mood fun and engaging. He is highly adaptable and enjoys trying new things, which means he is always open to suggestions and enjoys spontaneity. His desire to continuously learn and explore makes him a lover who is rarely predictable but always entertaining. The Aquarius woman, on the other hand, is just as spontaneous but in a different way. Unlike Gemini, who is driven by curiosity, she is motivated by her rebellious and unconventional nature. She does not conform to societal expectations of what intimacy should be, instead, she creates her own rules. She enjoys breaking norms, trying things that others might shy away from, and making each encounter unique. She is highly independent, and her approach to sex reflects this. She doesn't engage in intimacy out of obligation but rather because she genuinely wants to. If something feels forced or routine, she will quickly lose interest. Their combined energy in the bedroom creates a relationship that is full of experimentation and open-mindedness. They are likely to explore different fantasies, try new techniques, and embrace each other's adventurous nature. Both partners are comfortable discussing their desires and boundaries, making communication about their sex life easy and open. This level of honesty enhances their connection, as neither partner feels restricted or judged. However, while their sexual chemistry is undeniable, one potential challenge in their intimate relationship is the lack of deep emotional connection. Both Gemini and Aquarius tend to approach love and sex with a more intellectual perspective, which means that physical intimacy may sometimes feel detached from deeper emotional bonding. They enjoy each other's company, they stimulate each other's minds, and they have a lot of fun together, but if they do not consciously work on developing emotional closeness, their physical connection might remain exciting but somewhat shallow. For true intimacy to blossom, they need to incorporate more tenderness into their encounters. Slowing down, embracing moments of genuine affection, and allowing themselves to be emotionally vulnerable with each other will strengthen their bond beyond just physical pleasure. Small gestures, such as prolonged eye contact, gentle touches, or whispered words of affection, can help bridge the gap between passion and deep emotional connection. While neither of them is naturally inclined toward deep emotional expression, making an effort to connect on a more intimate level can transform their sexual relationship from playful and fun into something truly profound. Another potential challenge is their shared tendency toward inconsistency. Since both Gemini and Aquarius are known for their love of variety and unpredictability, they may struggle with maintaining a steady rhythm in their sex life. Some periods may be filled with passion and excitement, while others might feel more distant due to their individual distractions and interests. If one of them becomes too preoccupied with external pursuits, such as work, social life, or personal projects, their sexual connection could temporarily take a backseat. While neither of them is likely to take this personally, it is important that they recognize the importance of maintaining intimacy to keep their relationship thriving. Despite these potential challenges, their mutual understanding and shared outlook on sex make them highly compatible in the bedroom. Neither of them is overly jealous, possessive, or demanding, which allows for a relaxed and pressure-free intimate relationship. They are both flexible and willing to explore, making them a couple that constantly keeps things fresh. Their ability to laugh together, engage in playful banter, and explore new experiences ensures that their intimacy never becomes dull or stagnant. Ultimately, their sexual compatibility is built on a foundation of fun, creativity, and an openness to exploration. While they may not always dive deep into emotional intensity, their ability to continuously excite and surprise each other keeps their connection strong. If they can balance their adventurous side with moments of deeper intimacy, they have the potential to create a sexual relationship that is not only thrilling but also deeply fulfilling. Marriage compatibility, a partnership built on freedom. Marriage between a Gemini man and an Aquarius woman is anything but conventional. These two do not conform to traditional roles or societal expectations of what a perfect marriage should look like. Instead of a structured, predictable partnership, their union is built on friendship, intellectual connection, and an adventurous spirit. To them, love is not about control or obligation, it is about personal freedom, mutual respect, and the joy of continuous discovery. Both Gemini and Aquarius value their independence immensely, which means they are unlikely to fall into the stereotypical, settled-down lifestyle. While other couples may follow a structured routine of work, home, and family obligations, this pair thrives on change, excitement, and mental stimulation. They are more likely to build a life together that revolves around exploration, personal growth, and shared experiences rather than rigid responsibilities. The idea of a predictable, monotonous marriage is unappealing to both, so they will constantly reinvent their relationship to keep it fresh and engaging. Their household is often a reflection of their unique personalities, filled with books, art, technology, and eclectic decorations that represent their love for knowledge and creativity. They may not follow a strict domestic schedule, preferring spontaneous plans over carefully laid out routines. Travel is likely to be a big part of their marriage, as they both crave new experiences and enjoy immersing themselves in different cultures. Rather than settling in one place for decades, they may frequently move, explore new cities, or even adopt an unconventional living arrangement, such as a nomadic lifestyle or an offbeat, artistic home. One of the greatest strengths of their marriage is mutual trust. Both Gemini and Aquarius understand the importance of personal space and independence, which means they rarely feel the need to check up on or control each other. Neither of them is prone to jealousy or possessiveness, allowing them to maintain separate interests, friendships, and hobbies without feeling insecure. This level of trust is what makes their bond so strong. They do not need constant validation or reassurance, as they instinctively know that their connection is based on more than just physical presence. However, despite the many positives, challenges can arise in their marriage, particularly when one partner's restless nature begins to create instability. The Gemini man, known for his ever-changing mind and short attention span, may sometimes struggle with long-term commitment, even in a relationship as exciting as this one. If he does not feel constantly mentally stimulated, he may seek novelty elsewhere, not necessarily in other people, but in new experiences that take him away from his marriage. The Aquarius woman, on the other hand, has a rebellious streak that can sometimes push boundaries too far. While her independence is one of her most attractive qualities, it can also make her resistant to compromise, which is essential in a long-term relationship. Another challenge they may face is emotional depth. While they both thrive on intellectual and social stimulation, neither is naturally inclined toward deep emotional expression. They tend to prioritize logic and rationality over feelings, which can sometimes make their marriage feel more like a close friendship than a deeply passionate union. While this dynamic works well for them in many ways, it may leave something to be desired when it comes to emotional intimacy. To prevent their relationship from feeling too detached, they must make a conscious effort to nurture their emotional connection, even if it does not come naturally. To strengthen their bond, they need to create moments of genuine emotional closeness. This could be as simple as setting aside time for heartfelt conversations, expressing their love in subtle but meaningful ways, or embracing physical affection beyond just playful teasing. By allowing themselves to be vulnerable with each other, they can deepen their connection and ensure that their marriage is not just intellectually fulfilling, but emotionally rich as well. Despite these challenges, their ability to communicate openly and honestly helps them navigate any difficulties that arise. Unlike more emotionally intense couples, they rarely engage in dramatic fights or heated arguments. Instead, they prefer to talk things out rationally, using their sharp minds to solve problems rather than letting emotions take over. This level-headed approach allows them to maintain a sense of balance in their marriage, even when conflicts arise. Their shared sense of humor is another key ingredient that keeps their marriage strong. Both Gemini and Aquarius have a natural wit and love for playful banter, which means that even during difficult times, they can find ways to make each other laugh. Their ability to not take life too seriously allows them to overcome obstacles with a light-hearted attitude, preventing small disagreements from turning into major problems. One of the biggest advantages of their marriage is that it never becomes boring. Because they both crave excitement and variety, they will always find new ways to keep things interesting. Whether it is planning spontaneous trips, diving into new intellectual pursuits together, or constantly reinventing their relationship dynamics, they are always evolving. This adaptability is what makes their partnership so enduring. They do not resist change, but rather embrace it as a natural part of life. For their marriage to truly thrive, they must strike a balance between freedom and emotional grounding. While their ability to give each other space is one of their greatest strengths, too much independence can create distance if they are not careful. They must remember that while they do not need to be emotionally intense like other couples, moments of tenderness and connection are still important for maintaining a deep and lasting bond. Ultimately, a marriage between a Gemini man and an Aquarius woman is one built on friendship, intellectual compatibility, and a mutual appreciation for life's endless possibilities. They are partners in adventure, constantly inspiring each other to grow, explore, and challenge the status quo. Their marriage may not fit the traditional mold, but for them, that is exactly what makes it so perfect. If they can maintain their trust, nurture their emotional connection, and continue to support each other's dreams, their love will be one that lasts a lifetime, full of laughter, discovery, and boundless freedom. Friendship compatibility, best friends first, lovers second. Before a Gemini man and an Aquarius woman fall in love, they almost always develop a deep and dynamic friendship. In fact, this is one of the most defining aspects of their relationship. No matter what happens romantically, their bond as friends remains strong. They are drawn to each other's minds before anything else, forming a connection that is built on mutual understanding, shared humor, and an insatiable curiosity about the world. Their friendship feels effortless, as if they have known each other forever, even if they have just met. What makes their friendship so special is the way they communicate. It is not just about words, it is about shared thoughts, unspoken jokes, and an almost telepathic understanding. They can finish each other's sentences, predict what the other is about to say, and communicate through mere glances. This unique mental connection makes them feel like they are always on the same wavelength, no matter how much time passes or how far apart they may be. Unlike many other friendships, theirs is based on intellectual stimulation rather than emotional dependency, which allows them to maintain a sense of individuality while still feeling deeply connected. Laughter is at the heart of their friendship. Both Gemini and Aquarius have a sharp wit and a love for clever wordplay, which means their conversations are full of humor, sarcasm, and light-hearted teasing. They can joke about almost anything, finding amusement in the absurdities of life and turning even the most mundane situations into entertaining experiences. This shared sense of humor makes their bond feel youthful and exciting, as they constantly challenge each other to think in new and unconventional ways. One of the most remarkable aspects of their friendship is their shared passion for knowledge. Both Gemini and Aquarius are naturally curious, always seeking to learn, explore, and expand their minds. They engage in endless discussions about everything from philosophy and science to conspiracy theories and futuristic technology. They challenge each other intellectually, introducing new ideas and perspectives that spark deep, thought-provoking conversations. This never-ending exchange of knowledge ensures that their friendship never becomes dull or stagnant, it is constantly evolving, just like they are. Unlike many friendships that are built on emotional support, theirs is light-hearted and free-spirited. They do not burden each other with unnecessary drama, nor do they feel the need to constantly check in on each other's well-being. Instead, they allow their friendship to flow naturally, respecting each other's independence while always being there when it truly matters. They are not the type to hold grudges or dwell on past conflicts. If a disagreement arises, they simply talk it out and move on. Their ability to forgive and forget allows them to maintain a stress-free, harmonious connection that is rare and valuable. Another reason their friendship works so well is their mutual love for adventure. They both thrive on spontaneity and excitement, which means they are always up for trying something new together. Whether it is exploring a new city, experimenting with a strange hobby, or staying up all night debating the mysteries of the universe, they always find ways to keep things interesting. They are not the type of friends who meet up just to sit in silence. They need action, energy, and stimulating experiences that fuel their restless minds. This shared enthusiasm for life makes them perfect travel partners, creative collaborators, and partners in crime when it comes to seeking out new thrills. Space and freedom are essential in their friendship, and luckily, they both understand and respect this need. Neither of them is clingy or overly dependent, which means they can go days or even weeks without talking and still pick up right where they left off. Unlike other friendships that may weaken with distance, theirs remains intact because it is based on mutual respect and an understanding that true friendship does not require constant attention. This sense of freedom allows them to grow as individuals while still maintaining a strong and lasting connection. Even if their romantic relationship does not work out, their friendship usually remains unshaken. They are the type of exes who do not let a breakup ruin their bond. If anything, they see it as just another chapter in their lifelong connection. Because their relationship was built on friendship first, they do not feel the need to cut ties or create unnecessary distance. Instead, they continue to support each other, laugh together, and share new experiences, proving that their connection goes far beyond romance. In many ways, their friendship is one of the purest forms of companionship. It is free from drama, possessiveness, and emotional baggage, yet it is filled with excitement, laughter, and intellectual stimulation. They push each other to be better, challenge each other's ideas, and inspire each other to see the world from new perspectives. They are not just friends, they are equals, partners, and kindred spirits who understand each other in a way that few others ever could. Ultimately, the friendship between a Gemini man and an Aquarius woman is one of the strongest and most enduring connections in the zodiac. Whether they are lovers or just friends, their bond remains unbreakable. They may not always follow the traditional rules of friendship, but that is what makes their connection so unique. They are two free-spirited souls who have found in each other a companion for life, someone who understands their quirks, shares their passions, and will always be there for them, no matter where life takes them. Business compatibility, a dynamic duo in the professional world. In the business world, a Gemini man and an Aquarius woman form an electrifying and highly innovative partnership. Their combined talents create a synergy that allows them to approach challenges from unique angles, turning obstacles into opportunities. Unlike traditional business duos that rely on strict planning and hierarchical structures, these two thrive in environments that encourage creativity, flexibility, and visionary thinking. When they work together, they are more than just business partners. They are pioneers, risk-takers, and idea generators who refuse to settle for the ordinary. The Gemini man is the ultimate communicator. He possesses an unmatched ability to network, persuade, and sell ideas with charm and confidence. His quick wit, adaptability, and social intelligence allow him to navigate any professional situation with ease, whether it is negotiating a deal, pitching an idea, or diffusing workplace conflicts. He is a natural at marketing, public relations, and any field that requires fast decision-making and effective storytelling. His enthusiasm and verbal agility make him an asset in any business endeavor that requires strong interpersonal skills. The Aquarius woman, on the other hand, is a visionary with a mind that operates far ahead of her time. She does not just think outside the box, she destroys the box altogether and builds something entirely new. She is a natural problem solver, always questioning norms and seeking groundbreaking solutions that others might overlook. Her unconventional approach to business allows her to see potential where others see limitations, making her an ideal strategist and innovator. She thrives in fields that require forward thinking, creativity, and leadership that challenges the status quo. When they join forces in the professional world, they create a business partnership that is dynamic, fast-paced, and full of groundbreaking ideas. They work best in industries that require constant reinvention, such as technology startups, media, entertainment, marketing, digital innovation, and creative entrepreneurship. Rather than sticking to tried-and-true business models, they are the type to disrupt industries, introduce revolutionary concepts, and develop ideas that redefine the marketplace. Their work together is never dull, as they are always brainstorming new projects, launching fresh ventures, and exploring new territories. One of the strongest aspects of their business compatibility is their ability to inspire and challenge each other intellectually. They thrive on bouncing ideas back and forth, engaging in stimulating discussions that push the boundaries of conventional thinking. The Gemini man keeps conversations lively and ensures that their ideas remain adaptable, while the Aquarius woman provides the visionary depth needed to turn concepts into reality. This mental synergy allows them to create innovative solutions that set them apart from their competitors. However, despite their creative brilliance, their shared weakness in business lies in structure and organization. Neither of them enjoys dealing with mundane details, repetitive tasks, or rigid schedules. Gemini is easily distracted, constantly jumping from one idea to the next without always following through, while Aquarius can become so caught up in grand ideas that she neglects the practical steps needed to execute them. This tendency to avoid structure can make it difficult for them to maintain consistency in their professional endeavors. For their business partnership to truly succeed, they need either a third partner or an efficient support system that handles logistics, operations, and administrative work. A strong assistant, manager, or financial advisor can help keep them grounded, ensuring that deadlines are met and that their visionary ideas translate into tangible results. Without this additional support, they may struggle with finishing projects, keeping track of finances, or maintaining long-term stability in their business. Another challenge they may face is decision-making. While they both excel at generating ideas, they can sometimes become indecisive when it comes to execution. The Gemini man's tendency to explore multiple options at once can lead to a lack of focus, while the Aquarius woman's idealistic nature may cause her to resist compromise. To prevent this from becoming a roadblock, they need to establish clear roles and responsibilities within their business partnership. If they can agree on who takes charge of specific aspects, such as Gemini handling sales and communication while Aquarius focuses on strategy and innovation, they will be able to function more efficiently. Despite these challenges, their ability to adapt and think on their feet gives them a major advantage in the business world. They are excellent at navigating change, making them ideal entrepreneurs and leaders in industries that evolve rapidly. If an unexpected challenge arises, they will not panic or become overwhelmed. Instead, they will find a creative solution and pivot their strategy accordingly. Their ability to stay ahead of trends and embrace new opportunities allows them to thrive in competitive markets. Their working relationship is also strengthened by their mutual respect for independence. Unlike some business partnerships where one person dominates decision-making, these two operate as equals. They allow each other the space to experiment, innovate, and take risks without feeling restricted. This sense of freedom fuels their creativity and prevents their partnership from becoming stagnant. However, it is important that they check in with each other regularly to ensure that they are aligned in their goals and business direction. One of their biggest advantages in business is their ability to connect with people. Gemini's charm and adaptability make him excellent at forming relationships with clients, investors, and industry professionals. He knows how to make a lasting impression and is a master at selling ideas. Aquarius, on the other hand, has a natural magnetism that attracts like-minded visionaries and intellectuals. Her unique perspective and futuristic thinking make her a respected thought leader in any field she enters. Together, they can build strong networks, create influential brands, and establish themselves as industry pioneers. Ultimately, a Gemini man and an Aquarius woman in business are a force to be reckoned with. Their combination of intelligence, creativity, and adaptability makes them capable of achieving extraordinary success in any field that values innovation. As long as they recognize their need for structure and delegate practical tasks to the right people, they have the potential to build an empire together. Whether they are launching a startup, creating a groundbreaking product, or revolutionizing an industry, their partnership is one that thrives on pushing boundaries and redefining what is possible. Final verdict: a relationship full of excitement and possibilities. A Gemini man and an Aquarius woman create a relationship that is anything but ordinary. Their love is based on friendship, curiosity, and a shared love for adventure. They understand each other's need for freedom, making them one of the least possessive and most open-minded couples in the zodiac. However, their biggest challenge is emotional depth. If they can embrace vulnerability and build a stronger emotional connection, they have the potential to create a long-lasting and fulfilling relationship. So, is this a match made in astrological heaven? The answer is yes, if they're willing to balance their intellectual bond with a deeper emotional one. If you're a Gemini man or an Aquarius woman, you've found someone who can truly understand you. Just remember, love isn't just about exciting conversations and thrilling adventures, it's also about deep connection, trust, and shared emotional experiences. If you can find that balance, your love story will be one for the ages.